The Georgia heat was unforgiving that day, blistering sun, sticky air, and the smell of burning oil drifting from Mac's auto and bike repair. In the back corner of the lot, behind rows of broken-down pickups and dusty motorcycles, stood Deshaun Carter, a tall, quiet black man in his early 30s with calloused hands, oil-streaked arms, and a focused mind. Deshaun wasn't just another grease monkey. He was an artist of machines. Give him a wrench and a motor, and he could make magic. But no matter how hard he worked, or how many engines he resurrected, people rarely saw him for who he was. Griffin, Georgia, wasn't exactly a place known for its open minds. Deshaun knew that. He kept his head down, showed up early, and left late. He had a dream, to one day own a shop where color didn't matter, only character and craftsmanship did. But dreams felt far away when you were working for minimum wage and a boss who still saw the world in black and white. That morning, Deshaun was tuning up an old Chevy when the low rumble of thunder rolled in, not from the sky, but from the road. It was the sound of Harleys. Dozens of them. The Hells Angels were in town. Like something out of a movie, the motorcycles lined the main road, roaring down the street, people watching nervously from sidewalks and storefronts. Then one peeled off. A biker with a long beard, weather-worn face, leather vest patched with skulls and fire, and a look that said "Don't mess with me." His bike sputtered, gasped, and then died right in front of Mac's auto. Inside the shop, the other workers froze. A couple walked outside, more out of curiosity than concern. The biker dismounted and gave the bike a frustrated kick. Deshaun wiped his hands on a rag and walked over. "Engine's coughing like it's got a lung problem," he said, casually. The biker raised an eyebrow. "You a comedian or a mechanic?" "I'm both, depending on the job," Deshaun said with a half-smile. "I can take a look if you want." The biker studied him, probably surprised that a black man in this town was the only one with the guts to walk up. "Name's Rocco," he said. "Fix it. I'm supposed to ride out in an hour." No one else offered to help. But Deshaun didn't hesitate. He rolled the Harley into the shop, lifted the hood, and got to work. He explained each step, checking the spark plugs, adjusting the throttle body, recalibrating the carb. Rocco didn't say much, but he watched closely. After an hour of sweaty, focused labor, Deshaun turned the key. The bike came alive, roaring like a beast freshly awakened. Rocco's face lit up. He gave Deshaun a solid nod. "You're good," he said. "Damn good." But not everyone was impressed. Rick, the shop's owner, came storming out. Red-faced. Fuming. "What the hell is this?" Deshaun straightened up. "I fixed his bike." Rick barked, "I told y'all, we don't serve bikers like him. They bring trouble. Heat. The last time they came through, cops were crawling all over this town for weeks." Deshaun looked him dead in the eye. "He didn't bring trouble. He brought a busted bike. That's what we do here, fix broken things." Rick's voice dropped. "You fix who I tell you to fix. And when I say leave it, you leave it." The silence hung heavy. Rocco stepped forward, his deep voice slicing through the tension. "You're really gonna fire this guy for doing his job better than anyone else in this dump?" Rick snapped, "He doesn't belong here anyway." Deshaun blinked slowly. "Say it plain, Rick." "You're fired, Carter. Pack your stuff." Rocco looked like he was about to erupt, but Deshaun raised his hand gently. "It's all right." He turned, walked back to his bench, and started gathering his tools. Quietly. The other workers didn't say a word. Some looked away. Some looked ashamed. None spoke up. Deshaun walked out with a wrench in one hand and a toolbox in the other. As he passed Rocco, the biker locked eyes with him. "You got a card?" Deshaun shook his head. Ain't got no business to put it on yet. Rocco paused. You will. That night, Deshaun sat on his front porch with his mama, sipping sweet tea. He told her everything. About the job. The firing. The biker. His mother, old and wise, didn't seem surprised. Sometimes, baby, you get fired from places that ain't meant to carry your future. That's just God making room for what's next. He didn't know it yet, but she was right. The next morning, something unbelievable happened. 30 motorcycles pulled up outside Deshaun's tiny two-bedroom house. Neighbors peeked through curtains. Kids rode their bikes closer in awe. There, standing in the middle of the group, was Rocco. He handed Deshaun a folded paper. What's this? A check, Rocco said. We took up a collection. You saved my bike. I told the boys what happened. They agree, it's time you had your own shop. Deshaun opened the paper. His hands trembled. $62,000. I can't take this, he stammered. Rocco clapped a heavy hand on his shoulder. You earned every dollar. You treated me like a human. Not like a patch or a problem. You're a mechanic's mechanic. And now you're gonna have your own place. Months passed. And just off the highway, a brand new sign went up. Carter's Custom Motors. We fix what's broken, all are welcome. On the opening day, dozens of bikes lined the lot. News crews showed up. Even Rick from Max watched from across the street, bitter and stunned. But Deshaun didn't waste energy on hate. He shook hands, smiled wide, and thanked every customer that walked in. In the corner of his new shop, mounted on the wall, hung an old oil-stained rag and a wrench, framed in glass. A symbol of the day he lost his job but found his calling. And that's the lesson: sometimes, the world will punish you for doing the right thing. But if you stay true to yourself, that same world might just build you a throne from the stones it once threw.